Hello and Happy New Year. I'm Tiffany,
And I'm Andrea.
and we are relatively unstable. Uh, in our own unstable way, we don't have a good cadence to our show, so we've been gone since right before Thanksgiving, and now we're back for New Year's. Yay! Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, all that. And if you're feeling really generous, I learned that if you're saving our videos and our posts, that we will get more engagement. So help us grow. The new year is about growth, right? So um, that said, thank you for popping in with us as we pop out of this fucked up year and into something new. Um, Andrea, let's talk about 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
I'll I'll
Yeah.
start with I've had 6 rolls today, so I can't go anywhere but up.
Right. Well, it's 6 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything yet. So so there's that. Literally just rolled out of bed maybe an hour ago.
Oh shit.
Uh so yeah, I mean, yeah, up from here. Up from here.
Nice. Well, I will say that I'm typically not the person. If you knowing me, you know that my Christmas tree has been known to be up in spring.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but today I was just motivated to start taking it down. Now, it is 12 feet tall and has about 1 billion ornaments on it. So I only probably got up to however tall I am, whatever my arm length over my arm is. So I'm not quite finished yet, but and add a couple inches for the step stool. But I am probably 70% done taking down my tree and decorations. That's
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a first in all my life.
So how do you get you just have a 14-foot ladder or something to get the rest of them?
Well, no, but I do have a 6'3" man who gets
True.
on a 10-foot ladder. But
It works out. It works out.
right. And like to put the stuff on, usually we have to move the tree to the catwalk and then like put the stuff on the top and move it back. There's got to be a better way. However, today I was the one that was motivated to start pulling stuff down, and I got in one of my moods and couldn't be stopped. So, I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. I think that that might be a highlight of my year because I never in my adult life have I had Christmas decorations anywhere near gone by New Year.
Yeah, I mean that might be the thing that needed to happen to make 2021 like a good year for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. All the good luck food, all the my next project, I'm gonna sage the house. Anything that needs to be done, sage my body, sage my
Yeah.
spirit. Anything that can be done, I'm going to do because I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. This year, I mean, there's really not like we can keep saying like terrible, horrible, bullshit, fucked up, like, but even the actual year kind of even goes beyond those words. Like it's not even like there's not even a word bad enough
Unreal.
to describe
Unreal.
how fucked up it is. So it's just
it's been unreal. Like it's really been unreal. And thematically, I'm in my pajamas.
So am I.
That's kind of how I've been rolling.
Yep.
I have taken a shower today. I cannot account for other days. Um, but today, for you all, I have done that. Face clean, all my serums
Hair,
are shining.
curls popping. Yeah, I couldn't
Cur-
get the curls today. I took a shower last night, but that was it. So
Yeah, look, it was tough going, but I'll take my wins. So, let's talk about this year. There's the obvious.
hmm
There's the obvious. So we had COVID. We had um we had the election. Um, and with COVID, we had quarantine.
hmm
We had a lot of death and despair. we had we had to essentially um, begin living, because it wasn't just that 2 weeks, we had to begin living a whole different way.
hmm
Like our whole way of life has changed. So that's been what? That's been
like 9 months, 10 months now.
yeah, I don't know, I can't count. It's something like that. It's been since March. We had to homeschool, work from home, not see our families,
hmm
not see our friends. We have managed. Um, there have been some bright spots. There have been some bright spots. So let's not, you know.
It's not all. It's not personally. It's not all doom and gloom, but
Well, for you, for sure, because Paisley has been popping.
Paisley has been popping, so it has not been all doom and gloom like business wise. At least for Paisley. Andrea Designs. It's been up and down, but
Mhm.
um, but even in the down, even in the not so good moments, it's still been relatively okay. And so I'm thankful for that. Like I'm sure I've said before, my only something is in my eye. Sorry. But as I've said before, like my only goal was to not go hungry and to not be evicted. And done those things. Definitely. The 10 pounds that I've gained, that lets me know that I have definitely not gone hungry. And yeah, I'm still in my apartment. So I'm good. I mean, those are low goals, but those are the goals that I had set when I left my
Those
job.
are, in the way that things have been going this year, those are actually n- not low. I mean, because
Cause like,
uh,
yeah, I mean, there's so many, I mean, to like be serious for a minute, like, yeah, there's a lot of people that lost their homes or are in the process of losing their homes. There are a lot of people that have lost their jobs and can't provide for their family. Lots of people that have gone hungry. So yeah, like it started out when I left my job in February. uh yeah, like it started out as like a joke because that was before COVID and that was before the world fucking died. And
right.
so it was like, ah, yeah, just don't get kicked out and stay fed. And ha ha ha. But now, like you said, yeah, that's a fucking accomplishment. And yeah, I I never looked at it like that, but yeah, it really is.
It is. And I would even say you've gone far beyond that. I know that I have seen lots of just evolution with you. So I've seen evolution in you and your business over the last year, and I'm just so impressed. Like I sometimes feel like I shouldn't even know you. Like you're one of my rock stars. Seriously. I have been I let's see, we've been in quarantine for, like you said, like 10 months ish, whatever.
Mhm.
I've probably had to do laundry 5 times. Like that's how productive I've been. So but I've watched you take your leap from, a 9 to 5 to, starting a whole business on
Mhm.
top of a business you already had started. So, um, you know, I think you've been rocking.
Well, so Tiffany, let me just tell you about that I had this morning into this afternoon about about like just how you have to like acknowledge what you've done and like success and accomplishments and all of that. But I've always feel like I am not doing enough. Like literally every single day. There is something that I should have gotten done that I didn't. Like like work things, life things, every things just in general. And I spent most of this morning and most of this afternoon talking about how like I need to get my health under control, and like I feel like I'm in a fork in the road with like I could do it the easy way, which is what I've been doing, which is like not really giving a shit about it. And I mean, and when I say it, I don't just mean health, I mean it in general, like everything. Like, doing the same thing that I need to do with that I've been doing with Paisley and with Andrea Designs, and just kind of hobbling along, and I'll be fine because it's comfortable, it's easy, it's what I've been doing. Or I could take the hard road, which means like really understanding like more of the business side of my business, being more communicative with my clients, being more active physically so that like I'm not like my body has just been literally aching for like 2 weeks for whatever reason, and it's because I don't move and I eat a lot. And like, so one of those things has to change, probably both, but we're going to start with one of them. And I just I get it in my head a lot. And um this is something that my therapist has tried to talk me down from, but I think it'll set in like 10 more times after she says it, like because she said it a couple times, but it hasn't really like permeated my brain yet. So basically, like when I think of something that I need to do, like most people would be like, oh, okay, if I need to move more, I should just plan to do, 15 minutes of exercise a day. And whatever I do outside of that is whatever I do outside of that. But I'm going to commit myself to doing 15 minutes a day, like as a small goal. Or it could be 30 minutes for you, an hour, whatever your comfortable level is. But most people just commit to that and they say, yeah, I can do that. And I'm going to do it. Cool. This one right here, I say, well, if I do the 15 minutes a day, but then I order a whole pizza, then that negates me doing the 15 minutes. And then if I don't want to order a whole pizza, then that means that I need to go grocery shopping, which means that I need to figure out meal prep, which means that I need like so then it doesn't become the 15 minutes anymore or whatever the goal was. It becomes like, okay, now I have talked myself into now I gotta wake up X amount of hours early. I gotta do like, and
Look,
all of that is just it's fear, and it's a little bit of not wanting to do it in the first place. And um so I am working to get out of that spin cycle of that type of shit. So
That's
like
hard.
it's hard. And even that, I'm
That's
like, well, now that's a mindset, and mindsets don't change overnight. So like, and I just go, it's yeah, I'm dumb. It's ridiculous.
so I don't know about you. I'm not really a goal setter. I don't do well with, like, so it's New Year's and it's like we're this, you'll see this. Hi mom. My mom will see this on New Year's Day. So um but I don't do well with goals. Goals feel like pressure to me, and I don't do well with pressure. So I really, it's a terrible way to live, but I really do have to just go. The reason my tree is mostly taken down today and the wall unit is put back up is because I felt motivated in the moment when I woke up. I didn't plan to do it.
Right.
Not good with plans. I didn't plan to do it. Maybe if I had a Paisley planner, I would do better at planning. I didn't plan to do it, but I have to do,
Plug.
yep. I have to do what I'm motivated to do um, at a given time.
Mm-hmm.
So planning to do something. So if you're expecting me to do something, I will probably do it. But um, expecting me to plan for it and talk about it, that's a harder that's you're gonna have a harder time and you're just gonna get frustrated. So like all my Sagittarius and Aquarius friends, sorry, I just can't. I cannot. I don't know.
I am I'm kind of the opposite. If you expect me to do something, that means I'm not gonna do it. Or I'm going to take a very long time to do it.
Yeah, if you ask me to do it, I'm probably not going to do it. But if I said I was going to do it, if I intend, my intention and plans are different. I do
Mm-hmm.
better with intention. If I intend to do something, I will probably do it, but it's got to be at my own pace. So as people are out there making, their goals, um, I'm looking forward to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
So, and but I also am very aware, like at the same time, I'm very aware of things that need to happen. Like I know I need to sell my house. I have a house that needs to be sold.
Mm.
I also need work done to that house. And talking about things that don't get done, I mean, this is costing me a lot of money and I'm broke. I don't need to be sitting on a house. I need to be pushing this
Yeah.
house out the door. But the task of selling it is so great because I don't, I don't even want to talk about that anymore. I need to do that. I also have gained a tremendous amount of weight during quarantine, like really in the last couple months, which is sucks. Um, and I work out, but I haven't been working out as much in the last couple months. Shout out to Diligent Fitness and Carly Britton because she has her workout classes that I've started taking. Took a break from them. I'll be back Monday. That's
I
not a goal. That's an intention. I'm gonna do it.
I need to I need to really do that with Carly. What's the other girl's name?
Nicole.
Nicole. Because Carly's arms are like
Carly's body.
I have a hard time like looking at my arms and thinking like, are we this like you got the same arms like I had like
Like these do the same things.
these do the same things. Please don't do the same things. No, don't do the same things. Nah.
Yeah. I've never met a body in real life like Carly's.
It's incredible. It's
Like,
really
yeah,
incredible. Like,
yeah, yeah.
so
I've never met one in real life. And she's an excellent trainer. So you know, I know, like, that's not a goal. That's just, that is, I intend, you know, I'm aware of something that I want to do for me and get, you know, so at some point when I've had enough, I'll do it. And often I have to hit rock bottom or the bottom of a bag or the bottom of a pie plate before I actually do it. Like,
yeah,
it's very hard for me to stop in the middle.
yes.
You know, so there's a cake downstairs and there's a pie downstairs that are both, neither are quite gone. It's hard for me to stop in the middle while it's sitting there.
Because
But
then,
once they're gone,
right, because then I feel like, okay, so for example, um, I had I bought like two like cleanse things,
mhm,
and not for weight loss, because like I'm not, like I know that it takes more than that, but like more so just like I know that I have consumed a lot of bread, a lot of cheese, a lot of carbs, pastas, sugar, like I've just consumed a lot of stuff. So I was like, New
you're
Year,
making my fear.
right? And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this cleanse, so just to like get rid of stuff, get my gut health kind of even back on track, and then like start something new, like start to like really be more intentional with what I eat, which will still be cakes and pies and pasta and butter, but just not so much of it. Just cut back just a little bit.
See, I
So,
can't tell myself that. I can't tell myself that because then I obsess over not doing it. Then I obsess over doing it.
right, right.
So I can't tell myself that.
Yeah. So when I got down to like the second to the last piece of this big ass rum cake that I had, where's my camera? Like the cake was like about this big, right? I was like, well,
Probably a 10 inch. I'm like, it's probably a 10 inch.
right. So when I got down to the last piece, I was like, well, like I'm not, like I can't eat it after the cleanse. Like I gotta eat it right now. Like to get rid of it.
You got to.
Have to. Like you can't just have remnants of your old life just hanging around. Like you
Okay,
got
right. So I'm about to be very candid. This year I had my first colonoscopy,
yes.
um, which I'm not at the age where you're supposed to have them yet, but I'm getting there. And
Mhm.
I'm also just very, I am at the age where I'm hyper aware of my health, and I'm always, you know, I'm getting to the point where my anxiety about something being wrong, you know, having experienced quite a bit of loss in the last few years, and just looking like, you know, I have a 10-year-old and wanting to, you know, just being paranoid that I won't be here, you know, or be able-bodied for him. So things like that do motivate me to get myself together. That being said, if you really want to cleanse, the colonoscopy prep will do it, and I'll send it your way.
Right.
Loads of fun. So um, if nightmares are your thing, this is the way to go. However, uh, the end of the rainbow is that nothing was wrong, you know, with my colon. So
Very,
you know,
very happy to hear about that.
all's well that ends well. Andrea knew about that. So and we will, I intend, not setting a goal, I intend to go more in depth about not the process of the colonoscopy, but what led me to having the colonoscopy and actually what did come out of that, because that's important too. However, that's not what we're here for today. Um, I intend to get other things together, going forward. And, what 2020 has shown me, 2020 has taught me a lot. Not taught me, but made me aware of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I have said that I'm not necessarily a nice person. Um, 2020 has really made me question myself, because so many things get on my nerves now. Like, I think it was supposed to teach us patience.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the things we were supposed to like latch on to. That was like one of those life lessons that,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I don't have much of that. And, I did not take up baking bread. I did not take up any new hobbies. I did not, I didn't do any of this. I sprayed some Lysol. Actually, I found some cobwebs in the kitchen yesterday, and I was like, oh wow, or today I should say, and I was like, missed that. Um, but um, what it did teach me is, or what it exposed to me, I think, and I guess it's something that we hear all the time and we knew is, and it's a reason for me to have more patience, but I don't, is that people are really um, lonely.
Mm-hmm.
People are really, you know, quarantine hasn't been easy for me as a person that is a people person and likes to be out, and also I'm just not, I don't do well with confinement. Again, I don't like to be, a goal is pressure. It's telling me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantine has been pressure telling me what. Some people are like, I'm fine. I don't go anywhere. I don't like people, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm like, because I don't do well with planning, if I'm motivated to get up and go at a certain moment, I want to do that. Even if it's just like, let me take my car to get some gas, whatever. I don't know. Um, but I do have some level of compassion, I think, for what I've seen, or and this is judgy, what I'm judging, what I'm feeling, because let's go back to Lisa, who we had on the show a month or so ago. Um, is just a really, just an environment of loneliness. I think that's what it is. Um,
Yeah.
you know, we have social media. We are here talking because of social media right now, like from start to finish. Like, my sister was exposed to you through social media. I then became, like all that. We're connected through social media. Um, but um, there are clearly people that don't have anything else, and
Yeah.
for some people that's fine, but it's clear that there are people who don't have anything else but want something else. So I hope that in the new year that they begin to find it. um, I want something else. I want other stuff too, but um, it just really has like, um, highlighted that. Have you, like,
Mm-hmm.
has that, yeah, it just highlighted that to me, like, oh wow, like,
Yeah.
hmm.
I think what it's done for me, what it's made me realize, on top of what you just said, like people are really lonely, and um it made me realize that we all need to have an identity outside of our jobs or our like our parenting skills, or like whatever, like whatever it is that you do that you would have normally done every single day if you weren't in quarantine. Like, because so many people, the mental health of people, like, not only are you probably dealing with somebody, either being sick or you've lost someone, you may have lost your job. So if your identity is tied to that, you're kind of like walking around in, like, I don't really know who I am. I don't really
Yeah.
know what I contribute or what I bring to the table. I can't take care of my family. I can't do the things I want to do. Where's my purpose? So
Yeah.
that, and I think that it brought out the shittiest parts of people, of some people.
Yeah.
But I suspect that those people were already pretty shitty people to begin with. So
I would
this,
agree.
yeah, like this was just an extension of shitty things that they probably do to their family and friends in regular.
Oh, woo, don't give me woo. You, you triggered. You just brought something that I had tucked in my treasure box, as my therapist says. Kisa, who's also, who, um, but I yes, sorry.
Mhm.
I just have to really co-sign that. I
Yeah.
think what it is that all of us, none of us, can hide. There's no hiding from who we are
Hmm.
in quarantine and with COVID. Like,
Right.
we're all exposed and vulnerable, and like, because we have so much more access and time on our hands and all that, um, there's just no hiding. Like, we really, um, the good, the bad, the sad, the
Mhm.
disturbed. Like, I feel like so much of that, the narcissistic, the so
Mhm.
much of that has come forth. And I think too, because, I know that I have suffered, I think, a little bit from information or social media overload. As much as I'm on social media, and I am like, me all day, every day, it's gotten a lot. You don't know. I found myself in moments not, and because, again, we're under this cloud of stress,
Mhm.
it's like you don't know what to believe, what to think. It's very confusing. And if you don't have a really strong sense of self, then, you know it's going to be probably that times 20.
Mhm. And and also think so. I mean, yeah, like we talked about the bad stuff that is brought out. It's made shittier people shittier. It's brought on some mental health issues for folks. It's, whatever. But the other thing, that the balance to that, I think, is that we have, except for those shitty people, we have found ways to be resilient and to still find happy moments in different ways for people that feel and look crazy to us right now. Like,
Yeah.
people having like drive by wedding showers and baby showers and birthdays, and
Yeah.
so we have found ways to still celebrate each other. We have found ways of to honor each other and to help each other in ways that I don't think that we ever would have thought of. Um, so that's a very, and I think that we have learned a lot of patience, with people, like what you said earlier, like, um if you follow the right accounts on Instagram and social media, you will be bombarded by the memes about, you know, you need to be patient with yourself and be patient with others, especially saw it a lot, like not even just be patient with yourself and others on like a personal level, but even like the being patient with small businesses and like shipping and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like, so I think that it gave us an opportunity to slow down and to really just be like, okay, like I don't I can't go out, I can't do this. Maybe I lost my job, whatever, but my family is safe and my family is
Yeah,
healthy. And we don't have much, but maybe what we do have is enough. And I think that like if if any perspective can change somebody's like life, I think that that's probably the one, is that like we might just have enough. And like
yeah,
not saying, that you can't aspire to do more, be more and all that kind of stuff, but like yeah, appreciating what you have is probably the best gift that 2020 has given us.
for sure, for sure. I think, I will say well, I'm still working on me and my patience. um, I am, and I do have patience when I need it. Um, most of it is directed toward my children, but um, I am really grateful for what I do have.
Mhm.
I complain a lot, but I am quite thankful and I am quite aware that um, it doesn't have to be like this. It could be something else. Like
Mhm.
it really could look like something else.
Mhm. Mhm.
And for other people, it does. And, you know, I have the technology, I have, the, the basics, even I would even say the education, to get through this in ways that um, others just don't. And it's not. I'm not saying like education necessarily formal education, but just um, the access to information
Mhm.
and the right people around me to have meaningful conversations with, and to have, to garner different perspectives and,
Mhm.
which counts for a lot when you're going through something like this,
Mhm. Mhm.
and when you're going through all of the things that we've been through, including, the election, the, COVID. I feel like I'm missing a big one, like something that we,
So many like little traumas. Like we have like the big trauma of COVID. We have the big sigh of relief, but then also the drama that came with the election. But then there's just been teeny tiny
yeah,
bits, like little paper cuts of trauma just
yeah,
over the
yeah,
year.
yeah, and I do what I, I do think that we are fortunate, you know, that we do have, because, I think if I'll say this is about to go from sweet to mean, but I see so much ignorance, and I don't mean that necessarily in like, like the demeaning way. Do you
Mhm.
understand? Like just like not knowing, the like not having the inexperienced, and I don't know everything and I haven't had every experience, but the type of people that feed you and help you grow, and and there I've definitely had a lot more of that this year.
Mhm.
And without it, I think I would have gone mad.
Mhm.
um, you know, just hearing people who, are unwavering in certain, and I am unwavering on certain positions. But, if I didn't have people who stood, as pillars with me in those positions, and could also help me see where I'm going off the rails,
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I would lose it, because I just sit there all day like, really, what is she thinking? Really, why would he say that? Really, why do they think this way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are so stupid. Like, oh, why can't they see this? Um,
Right.
and and being a mom, to having to deal on top of that. Like, I had oh my gosh, just a rock mom friend whose kid goes to school with Jacob, and just helping me navigate, or navigating with me, the school situation,
Mm-hmm.
and having somebody who sees what I see when people
Right.
are commenting, like, it's just good. It is good. You need diverse perspectives, and you need people um, to kind of balance, the universe, but you also do need like-minded people. And having access to that, I think, has helped tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and DJ D Nice hasn't hurt either. you know,
And
but
and that's the other thing. It's like people stepped up in ways and gave what they could in whatever way that they do their normal business. They did it for the sake of people's mental health. Like,
yeah,
who knew that we all needed seemingly 24 hours a day of D Nice? Like, DJing. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew
no,
that. Nobody knew
no.
that we needed verses and that we needed these battles.
Look, if I didn't get anything else, Patti LaBelle breaking out into that little bop carried me through
Carried
everything.
me through. I have I
When she spread
have
her wings and flew, I was like, oh, okay.
that is her signature dance move. And every time I hear a Patti LaBelle song, I don't care what the tempo is, I'm doing that damn dance.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I love it. But
Oh,
I listened to You Are My Friend by Patti LaBelle, and I had heard the song before, but two times that I heard it, I was in a full ugly cry over that song. And I wasn't
aw.
I wasn't like, not to say that I don't think about my friends, but I wasn't even like actively like, oh, I'm thinking about my friends right now. Oh, I miss them, or I wish I nothing. I was just literally, I was working and the song came on, and that song got me, and I was just like full blown
Girl,
up cry.
because it's been an emotional time. And that's a perfect segue, because we just got a caller.
Hi.
So this is Olivia. Lawrence called in once. This is Olivia.
This
And
is for
is
everybody.
this Emery? My niece has been switching identities this week, so I don't know if she's Emery or Pinkie Pie or Queen Bee.
Yeah, she's Emery today.
She's Emery today. So this is our special surprise guest. I didn't know she was calling though.
Right?
In her signature orange. Oh my gosh, she's so silly. But so we were just talking about the emotions of COVID, and some of the actions that people have taken that have kind of triggered us. And Andrea was talking about Patti LaBelle and the verses, and just some of the emotions that she's been feeling. And you called as she was talking about that. And I will say that, this is my right or left arm on any given day, and Lauren is my right or left arm on any given day. And not seeing these ladies all year has just been the absolute fucking worst for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not well, actually, Olivia is the last person I did see because I was in New York, but it was in January.
Right.
January.
Yeah.
We
But
came in help with Emery surgery.
yeah.
So
But
for everybody watching, I just would like to make a note on this video here that all three Langford sisters are fine. All of them. So if you thought it might have been a fluke with Tiffany, might have been a fluke with Lauren. Nope, 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 nope. All of them, all three, fine.
all four, because
That's
we
right.
have definitely adopted Andrea into the mix.
I
And
mean,
she fits right in.
so yeah,
Our dad didn't wander.
right.
Look more attractive.
You said what, Olivia?
I just read you're supposed to put your head to the right. It's supposed to make you look more attractive.
Oh, everybody put their head to the right.
Oh wait, my other right.
For pictures.
Well, I
I
don't.
didn't make time. I just was calling because you were MIA. So this is what we do. We stalk each other. If it's ever MIA, it's never me because I'm always available.
That is not true, but okay.
So,
That is not true.
Olivia, I hope to meet you in person one day for sure. Once the world comes back to order.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Last year she was here. We were partying together. Hold on. Watch this. Let me show her my shirt. Look at my shirt, Olivia. You see what it is? Huh?
I said the bad. Oh, savage. Yes. Oh my God.
You see it?
Right here it was more savage because that was the time that.
That's her ratchet. That's the ratchet box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
that.
don't know. Who should have been switched?
I don't know.
Ratchet, she could have been like, she'll take it down.
That's a whole thing.
Other people down.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. Well, thank you for calling in without knowing you were calling in.
Any questions about nothing? You know, I'm like.
How have you held up during quarantine, Olivia? How's this year been for you?
This person right here. No, I would say initially it was working out got me through a lot of it. And then I stopped that. And then I don't know, taking it day by day, really. I didn't really get like time off from work, so it wasn't like, and my house is always full, so it's never a moment just to sit in my own grief or own just like despair. So it's just been, every day just keep on moving.
Don't you sound all positive and shit?
Listen, I've been doing a lot of self-work this year.
It's like every day, just take it day by day. We are really sisters. I promise you. I'm like, everybody's getting on my nerves.
No, getting rid of Instagram. Sorry, I had to tell
And
you.
goodbye. Don't get rid of us. Follow Relatively Unstable on Instagram.
Don't follow me because you won't get a reply.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year. Sorry, just had to take that little pause for the cause because
Yes,
never called in. One day we'll have it where she could actually call in.
yes. We should have both sisters on.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah,
That would
we
be
should do.
so fun. We'll do that. I'm sure I could get them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But back to what you were saying, or to your point, it doesn't take much to trigger those emotions. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I think the only thing that saved me from not breaking down is because, like Olivia, I have a pretty full house and I can't, do that thing where I get lost in my music, like I would on my way to work. And,
Right.
so I haven't had too many of those moments where I'm listening to something and you know, but I know that when the world opens up and I get my vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
that there will be those moments.
Yeah.
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 Um,
I mean, I have not, like, it took me about maybe about 6 weeks before I was like, yeah, I do wish I could go outside, go grab a drink with somebody or whatever. Um, and even that feeling was very fleeting because after that I was just like, or I could just order a pizza and watch TV and be good. Um, so but I have watched my best friend, who is very much an extrovert, very much gets her energy from people. Actually, both of my best friends are those kind of people. Mark's wife, Jacqueline, and
with us earlier.
yep, and Tierra, who would also be a great guest because we call her Iyanla Van T for Tierra because she is always, always, always on some live your life, live your light. Like she's always like, and it's always good advice, but it just sounds like a lot like Iyanla Van T. I mean, see, I can't even say it. Iyanla Van Sant. I'm so used to
She's,
saying Iyanla Van
she's
T.
stunning, by the way.
Oh, yeah, yeah, she's just ridiculous. But so I've watched them struggle. Um Tier more so. Uh and that it's been an interesting thing to watch or to like
Mhm.
talk through. Um because I don't feel that at all. Like I don't feel any kind of like, I mean, I've had moments where I'm like, oh yeah, like it would be nice to like when I've had moments to celebrate, like, oh, it would be great if I could just call some folks and tell them to meet me down at a bar and we all have drinks and just kind of kick it. But outside of that, like I haven't really felt like wanting to be out. Um
Yeah.
but seeing Tierra struggle with it, it's just like another thing that I think that the quarantine has helped is trying to put yourself in other people's shoes and like
Mhm.
trying to understand like, yes, I don't feel those feelings, but let me try to understand that there are people in the world that don't all feel like I feel and are really having a hard time.
Yeah.
And um so like the whole empathy thing is huge, and it's something that I've had to learn because I mean, I understood and I knew that she was an extrovert. Obviously, that's why we mesh well together. Um, but yeah, it was just like, wow, like this is a whole different perspective that I would have never ever thought of.
And
So,
what's funny is like I think that me being who I am, and I think my empathy comes with authenticity.
mhm,
So like for her, like for you to talk about her, like you clearly know that, and she clearly is being vulnerable to that,
mhm,
and I can appreciate that. I have I my where my empathy struggles is with people who are kind of not being forthcoming or being who they aren't in order to, and I know that's a coping thing, And I hope that, I feel like this year has also it's been the year of therapy, like bringing out, like normalizing, getting help, getting, kind of fine tuning those mental skills, mental health skills, and just, if, because for some people they're fine. They just need a little tune up.
Right.
And I hope that, people are able to find comfort in who they are, or find, like, for me, I'm constantly trying to figure out me.
Yeah.
Like, because I am what I have figured out is I'm a different person at any given moment.
Same.
Like I don't get the same version of me at any given moment. So you can't expect to get the same version of me at any given moment.
Yep.
That's just how, sometimes I surprise myself. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh yeah, that's you, girl. That's oh, okay. That's not who we were 20 minutes ago, but that's who we are now. So let's rock with it.
Right.
But I have, probably similar to Tiara, I'm kind of, I think I would say I'm an ambivert. So I like being in the house. I'm a homebody. I like chilling. I have spent the last 5 days. P.S. I have no friends because nobody told me about this show, New Girl. And it really is some of the best television that I've ever watched.
That's the one with the Zoe girl?
Yes. Didn't even know who she was. When I tell you, I have had to pull out my inhaler, my rescue inhaler, several times this week, laughing at this shit. Oh my God. Now there are 100 billion episodes, but it's well worth the binge. Take your aspirin so that you don't get a blood clot, because you won't move once you start watching it. It's fantastic. But I miss being able to pop out to the bar with my friends. I know you may be thinking she's kind of old to be popping up, but I miss, we've had so many, like, my friends, like, we celebrate birthdays, out, like, we are the old people at the club kicking it. And I miss that, it's, it is suffocating, but being a mommy, I hate that my son is just, and all his friends are missing out on this stuff. Anyway, what are we looking forward to? I'm looking forward to getting the vaccine. That's what I'm looking forward to. That is a goal and intent, and I am so optimistic. I am looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I'm a person that, like, I don't get flu shots, but I'm gonna have to go get this vaccine because, so I have a really, really good friend, one of my best friends, and like, when you think about, there's so many things that you can say about the vaccine, and people who don't want to get it because they don't believe either they don't believe that COVID is real, they don't believe, that they believe that there's some sort of ulterior motive for Black folks or people of color. Like, I get it. Well, I don't get the people that think COVID is a hoax, but I get the apprehension of Black folks.
Historical mistrust.
I get it. Totally get it. However, like I said, one of my best friends has a slew of autoimmune deficiency diseases. And prior to COVID, she was a person that was, like, always out. Not always out, but she was like, she was out. She was traveling, she was seeing friends, she was hanging out. And how do you think that affects somebody whose body is failing them every day
Yeah.
with something that can't really be seen. So like she can't, so like people don't look at her and be like, oh, she's sick, but literally her joints are inflamed
Yeah.
90% of the time. Or,
Yeah.
she's having stomach issues because of some crazy offshoot of the stuff that she got going on, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the vaccine, and she also gets it. She's white, but she was like, I understand why Black folks feel some kind of way about it.
Hmm.
But she was like, but the reality is that I for me to go out into the world, I have to have the antibodies that everybody else getting. She's also super smart, and so she said this, and I got it. So I might be fucking up the whole science behind it, but
You're good,
essentially,
girl.
she has to wait until a majority of people get vaccinated before she can go, because basically her immune system, like, I don't know if you've seen the memes going around where the vaccine is basically like a it's almost like an email to your cells to say, hey, we're going to drop this off, remember this, so that you can activate it and fight it when some shit comes. Well, basically her immune system basically sends that email or that message to junk mail, and it never gets to her cells, it never gets to her body. So if she was to get it, like no matter if she got the vaccine or not, her body will never
Yeah.
create what it needs to fight it. So, we're talking about the vaccine, and she's just like, I'm thinking, and she was in tears, and she was just like, I have, I probably have another 6 to 8 months of being trapped in my house
Hmm.
because I can't go anywhere. So now we're not just talking about a year. We're not just talking about 2020. Now we're talking about the majority of next year that I can't do anything. I can't go out and spend money in my neighborhood. I can't go and support a restaurant. I can't, like, she was like, these are things that I can't do.
Yeah.
And when you are already trying to handle something that is difficult, like an illness, she's like, yeah, all I have is now sitting at home, and I work, and work, can be shitty. So like her work is shitty sometimes. And
Or just
she's like,
overwhelming.
she's like, so now all I have is work, which can be shitty sometimes, and feeling shitty and being sick in my house. She was like,
Yeah.
at least when I could go out, I could pretend that I wasn't sick, or I can pretend that I wasn't feeling terrible, and I could interact with friends, and I can go out and I can travel and I can do this. She's like, now I don't even have those options. And so when you if anybody's listening and they're on the fence about that, like, you don't know her, so it's fine if you don't think about her, but there's millions of people whose situation is like that. Millions, millions and millions of people who have who have the same situation or worse. And
And we're
like,
talking about younger people. We're not talking, um, and autoimmune diseases are, people live with them and they live, you know, rich rich of a life as they can with them,
mm-hmm,
but they require a high amount of maintenance, and those triggers are, can be devastating. So, um, for me, I do think about, the job I do in real life requires me to think about these things. But you know, I just thinking about Andrea's friend, but also your healthy-ish mother, you know, to her point about, when I go out into the world, people don't know that I'm sick, your girlfriend, you know, my 60 something year old mother or your 70 something year old mother, or, you know, they navigate the world just fine. But the reality is their bodies are still in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and it doesn't take much.
Right.
So, you know, and I mean, uh, you know, think hard. And, you know, just a plug for science. I am a believer in science, and I also know that while our government fails us repeatedly, um, I do trust, you know, medical professionals en masse. That doesn't mean I trust them all, but I trust them wide, broadly. And I most definitely trust science. And you know, I don't know that, you know, we joked a little while ago, and if, you know, if you've watched us, thanks, Mom, you know that I did, my family did lose someone to COVID this year. This lady right here. And while she was older, and she was fairly healthy, her life was just as important to us as, you know, a 40-year-old mom, you know, or, you know, a 38-year-old dad or whatever. So, you know, just do a little more research and not, you know, I understand the historical mistrust. I totally do. And there are certain ways in which I am on board with it. Um, you know, but uh, you know, I also believe that we as people have evolved so much. We do have access to information. It is a lot harder to put things over on us than it was if we read, if we do the research, if we do the work to invest ourselves in it. So, you know, read everything.
Read
I read the
everything.
science, I read the, you know, I read the history. So I know both sides. I might not know them well, but I know both sides. And I also know that I want to go to the fucking bar. So, and I want other people to go too. I need a drink. I need a drink. And, you know, and, you know, I want to eat at a restaurant. My food just walked in the door, my dinner, and we got to heat it up. I don't want to heat it up. I want the food at the table warm. You know, I'm not a big vacation person, but I, for some reason, want to go on a vacation. So let's, you know, I just want my friends to come inside my house. So just read both sides. So maybe you don't have to set a goal, but maybe intend to just do a little more research.
Yes.
You know, nobody's eyeballs are falling out. Nobody, you know, whatever they, you know, and for the people who surprise me, these are the people who surprise me. I do have to say this. This is the people who surprise me most are the people who are beyond childbearing years. I'm like, you ain't having no more kids, so why are you concerned about certain things like fertility and this and that? You don't need it, so take it. You should be one of the people who say, I don't, you know, but there is no evidence. So I'm joking, but I'm serious. There's no evidence of any of these side effects. So if I were 35 and still planning on having, a perfect example is when I was pregnant with my youngest son, I had never had a flu shot. They were really just taking off in the United States. And I remember my doctor saying to me when I was pregnant, very early in my pregnancy, you know, have you had a flu shot? And I'm like, no, is that safe? And he said, yes. He said, the way the flu impacts pregnant women is far riskier than not having the flu shot. And I will tell you, my son is one of the sharpest, smartest, healthiest little individuals that you could possibly meet. So, um, you know, just just think
Yeah.
about it. And let's keep
Yeah.
each other safe as best we can. And
Yeah.
let's have some fun. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to be outside. I'm ready to not be side eyeing people. I'm gonna still side eye you if you get too close to me because I don't like people in my personal space that weren't invited into my personal space.
Right.
Um, but the people who I do invite in, I want to be as close as possible. I'm a hugger, I'm a kisser. I want to be all up on my people. So let's get it together.
Put it together just for like the sake of like even if your reason is because you just want to go to the bar, even if that's your only reason and you don't care
Even
about
if that's your
nobody
only
else,
reason.
fine. Let that be your reason. Let that be your reason and get it.
Whatever. I,
Whatever it
I,
takes. Whatever it
I'm
takes.
done. And I am telling you 100%. Like I want to be around people and I want people to live. Like shit. Like I don't want to lose another person.
Not
I
one.
don't want I don't want anybody else to lose another person. There was somebody on, we are going off the rails, but there was a guy on CNN from Dearborn. His whole family has COVID. He's a nurse. He's the only one that doesn't have it. Like, and I'll tell you this too. My kid is getting the vaccine. At once the trials are over and they say it's safe for children, he is getting his right arm
Mm-hmm.
right in there. So that's me. That's my choice, whatever. Oh, and also, look, don't wear skirts this summer. If you when we do get out,
Just don't wear skirts.
don't wear skirts.
That takes
I
me
would,
back to fucking Sharky's in Fairlane with the Mickey Mouse shirts and the tennis skirts
oh
and
my god.
the slouch socks with the different colors and the case. Ah,
You could wear those. Those actually like I could do nostalgia like something funky like that. I just can't stand those fucking athleta. I don't know why they bother me. Did you see that post of me? That was so annoying. Anyway,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just my personal like. I'm in my pajamas, so why you listen to me? Whatever. Anyway, Andrea, what are we gonna do this year? You're
Okay,
gonna work.
I'm gonna work. That is what I'm gonna do. I am. I don't know why it took me 39 years to really figure this out, but apparently I have a problem with people telling me what to do, even when I
Oh,
know that they have my best interest in mind. Like that came really, it's become really apparent in the last couple weeks. And I need to not assume that everybody is thinking the worst of me. And like maybe they're actually trying to help. So
who's
that's
thinking the worst of you?
no,
You're
no,
the
no, no,
best.
no, 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 no. They're not thinking the worst of me. I think that
Right?
they're
I
thinking the
know.
worst
Why
of
do you think that?
me. Hashtag therapy. Hashtag therapy. But um, but really just to trust the people in my life that I know have my best interest in mind and accept help and realize that I can't do it all. And that's like personal. That also bleeds over into business, but that's mostly personal. Business wise, I have a couple new products coming in this next new year that I'm excited about. Um, so hopefully I can actually do them. And then that's for Paisley and for Andrea Designs. I feel like I just wasn't as because of my own anxiety and depression and just this year in general, like I wasn't handling business in the best way that I could have. And I want to not do that anymore and be more professional. So I am putting forth processes in place to make that happen.
The word process makes me uncomfortable.
So that's it for me. But how about you?
What did Olivia say? Just take it day by day. Um, there are some things that I'd like to do, but if people don't get the vaccine, I can't really do them comfortably.
Right?
Um, so yeah, I don't know. Um, I intend to get married this year. So, but again, if you don't take the vaccine, you know, I mean, although it's not stopping other people, I'm just not a fan. I mean, like anything I do, I need my people with me. So, and that's the way that is. And just, I have to work on my anxiety
Mhm.
because I think it does play into who I am as a mother, who I am as a um, friend, as a professional. Um, I don't think I'm going to work on how judgmental I am just yet.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a fair or reasonable goal
Hmm.
um, or intention. I don't think I would be. I'm being authentic and honest if I said that I'm going to work on that. I don't think I am. I think one thing I do intend to do is I do want to. This is what I want to do. I want to incorporate into my health routine, if you will, uh, like trying to be active while watching TV.
That's a big one. That's a
So, like, even if I'm just like doing bicep curls or something while I'm watching TV or doing like shoulder presses, like, I would like to do that.
hmm that's a good one. Hmm.
I know that seems silly. And I would like to um, make more money. I just got to figure that one out.
Same.
I would
Same.
like to make more money. I like money. So I got to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I have to. Yeah. I see. This is a part of the conversation I had earlier today that I don't. Uh, I prioritize my life by work, which is something that we literally just talked about in this podcast as a thing not to do, but I have done it and I continue to do it. And what I need to do is prioritize my health above that because if I'm not here, I can't do the work.
yeah. And I am a worker. So I do I don't know. I can't really set any goals around that because I just work. That's what I do. I have to figure out how to work in a way that is, I love my job, but I need to figure out how to do other things that are more fulfilling to me because I am not as much of a giver. So I need to, in order for me to, really max out on my capacity and my potential and all that shit, I got to figure out what is fulfilling to me because then I'm a better person to other people.
Right, right. Yep.
You know?
So yeah, so I also need to prioritize my health above all. And
Well, let's set the intention to talk about health. I
yes,
definitely have some things to share and but we'll see where these next couple months take us on that road. And what else with relatively unstable? I think we will
well,
set some intentions.
someone who is a designer um will actually do a logo for the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
like I have
good with
it in my mind. Like I have it designed in my mind.
I'm good with intention.
It just needs to just be. So I intend to do a logo for this podcast in January. That is my intention.
That'll be fun.
Hope you like it.
I already do.
I already do. But yeah, like it's totally in my head and all of that. So I just need to just put it somewhere where somebody can
I
see.
like it better than the one we have now.
It's like this. It's like this is our.
But I love everything Andrea does, so I'm down with whatever. You could blindfold me and be like, "This is it," and I'm like, "Okay, good."
It works.
I'm picky about what's on my plate, and that's about it.
Right.
That's about it. I'm picky about what is on my plate. Other than that, I'm pretty easy. I
Speaking of
think.
plates,
Probably
what
not.
did you get from J. Alexander?
So look. So look. Usually my New Year's go to is Chinese, but Jake wanted J. Alexander, and all he got was a chicken sandwich and fries. He just wanted the fries. I agreed to it because I do not. Have we discussed this? I don't like chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like chocolate cake at all. I really get mad about chocolate cake. I get mad about marble cake because I just feel like it's just
Like
chocolate cake with a little bit of yellow. Because if you don't like chocolate cake, you're not going to eat marble cake. I don't understand the purpose of marble cake. You don't get any of the yellow or vanilla cake. It's all overpowered by the chocolate.
mm-hmm.
But J. Alexander is my one exception. Their chocolate cake is the fucking bomb. And I could eat it all by myself. And I love it so much. And they finally put it on the curbside menu. So, wow, there is a lemon cake from Nothing But Cakes. And there is an apple pie that was made by Howard that are both calling my name. I'm going to have that chocolate cake.
Yes. I only get carrot cake from J. Alexander's because it is the best carrot cake I've ever had in my life.
Really? I don't like carrot cake, so
It is just, it's beyond.
my grandmother used to make carrot cake because that's her favorite thing, and I would take a spoon and scrape because her cream cheese icing, she put like walnuts in the icing. Oh my god, and it was so thick, and I would just take a spoon and like go around the rim of the cake plate with the spoon and look. I don't know what she did, and unfortunately, she's up there and um, she's in her own place right now, but so she probably doesn't really remember. But her, oh my God, that icing was the best. But you can't pay me to eat carrot cake. Prosper, girl.
Right.
I'm gonna get you the Nothing But Cake carrot cake and see if you like that one. Because the lemon cake.
See, and
Look,
I don't like lemon cake at all.
I'm picky about lemon cake. I'm very picky about lemon cake. Um, I like sprinkles, cupcake, lemon cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
I like every once in a while someone will make like a lemon pound cake or something that's good. But this cake, but that's like I don't like chocolate cake, but this J. Alexander cake. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I'm bringing in my new year with
Hey,
chocolate cake.
we're having pizza, so you know, on
Yep,
brand.
that's right there
Yeah.
because I can eat a whole pizza.
Yes. Same.
Well, this year has been fucking phenomenal. Uh, Andrea and I hooked up at the like around this time exactly last year for the
Yeah.
first time, but really got relatively unstable off the ground right before or right in the midst of quarantine.
Yep.
And we've had a lot of fun this year. We've had some good people
Mm-hmm.
sit down with us and pop on and chat with us. We've had some fun talks. So our intention is to have more of that this year.
I am the one that is the hold up. It's not Tiffany. It's
That
me.
is not true.
So me. So I intend to be more intentional with being available for this podcast because it is really important to me. I love being able to talk to you and hang out with you. Hopefully, maybe in the fall of next year, we can um like actually do it in person
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, I'll have the vaccine before then. So uh I think we're in the tier that's supposed to be going in spring.
Mm.
So yeah, once all that settles, we can be together all the time.
Hey.
And then there will be no more relatively unstable because she's gonna block my number
Nope. 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 Nope.
and change her address.
I'm gonna have my own podcast. Like, don't. No.
Oh my god. Calling my therapist now. I'll be 30. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you leave me, I don't know what I'll do.
I'm not leaving you at all ever.
Aw, thank you. I'm not leaving you either. And don't you leave us either. Stick with us.
Yes.
No, we ramble and we go on, but we have so much fun. We love each other. We love our people. We are really passionate about the things we talk about, even though sometimes we don't talk about shit. Um, and we are looking forward to getting better, growing, maybe getting worse, but whatever we're doing, we're going to do it with each other and do it with you. So, happy New Year. Drink your water, hydrate, because hopefully you're getting hungover. You don't have to drive anywhere. So, great place to pass out is in your basement on the couch.
Amen.
Um, but you won't be seeing this until tomorrow when it is New Year's Day. And, you're just kind of don't have any choice but to sit there and listen to us while you recover.
Yes.
We love you.
Love you
Happy New
guys.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and save. Oh,
Save.
turn to the right so everybody thinks we're pretty. Olivia said turn to the right. Bye, y'all.